My wife used to say I was too naive to be taken advantage of. Turns out she was wrong about that too. Laura always joked that I was the world's most trusting man. If someone knocked on our door selling air in a bottle, I'd probably ask if they took debit. If a stranger said they needed gas money, I'd hand over 20 without a second thought. You'd believe a raccoon if it told you it was an electrician, she'd say, shaking her head. And maybe she had a point. I'm a high school history teacher. I still believe people are basically good. I grade essays with encouraging comments, tip 25%, hold doors open for everyone. My idea of rebellion is staying up past 11 on a school night. Laura used to call me sweet but painfully gullible. You'll never survive in the real world, Ben she'd tease while scrolling her phone. You'd get conned before you finished your morning coffee. What she didn't realize was that I was already being conned by her. It started with small things. Extra cash withdrawals she said were for girls' brunch, packages showing up with receipts tossed before I could see them. She'd mention vague networking, events that never seemed to have photos. I didn't question it. Why would I? She was my wife. Then one afternoon, I got a call from our joint bank about an unusual balance inquiry. When I checked, our savings $42,000 I'd been carefully adding to for years was nearly gone. Laura brushed it off. Relax, it's temporary. I moved it to a short-term investment account. My coworker's husband manages it. That night I couldn't sleep. I checked the transaction again. The money hadn't gone to an investment firm. It had gone to a private account under Laura Richardson. My Laura, different address, different city. The next morning she kissed me goodbye like nothing was wrong. I waited until she left, then started digging. I called her office. No one there had ever heard of a coworker's husband investment. Then I looked up the address from the transfer records. It was an apartment complex 2 towns over. That Friday, when she said she was staying late for client drinks, I drove there. Her car was in the parking lot. I sat across the street, engine off, hands shaking. 10 minutes later, she walked out laughing with a man I'd never seen before. They kissed like they'd done it 1,000 times. It wasn't the money that gutted me. It was realizing how long she'd been preparing to leave me. While pretending everything was fine, I didn't confront her that night. I went home, logged into every account we shared, and spent the weekend transferring every cent with my name on it into a new account. Then I contacted a lawyer, a former student of mine who'd once told me I'd changed his life. He offered to help, no charge. When Laura came home Sunday evening, humming, she found me sitting at the table with a folder in front of me. "What's that?" she asked. "An itemized list of everything you stole," I said. "And a printout of the transfer to your little side account." Her smile froze. "Ben, it's not what you think?" "It's exactly what I think," I said quietly. "The bank's been notified. So has my lawyer. You'll be hearing from them tomorrow." She opened her mouth, then closed it again. For once, she didn't have a clever response. I stood, handed her the folder, and walked past her to the door. "You always said I was too trusting," I said, pausing in the doorway. "Turns out you mistook kindness for weakness." That night, I slept in a cheap motel, but I slept better than I had in years. Laura kept the apartment, the furniture, and her secret life. I kept my dignity, my peace, and a lesson I'll never forget. Sometimes the nicest people aren't naive. They're just giving you a chance to prove you deserve their trust.